Oh boy, I mean, you already know there's no such thing as a typical day of a management consultant, right? Let's see. So, you know, okay, you wake up. You're probably lying in a hotel room because you stay at the client side from Monday to Thursday most of the time. Sometimes it's Monday to Friday, depending on the project lead, on the project itself, on the industry, on everything. So you're lying in the hotel room bed, you wake up, it's pretty early and you haven't slept enough. That's probably a fact, okay? You have slept not enough. You get up, dress, suit, and go to hotel breakfast. That's always a nice part of your day as a management consultant because you're staying in fancy hotels, you're having great breakfast. Now, what you are interested in are the next steps. You get into your cab and you drive to the client side. Usually at the client side, you are sitting in a project room that is dedicated to the project team that you're working with, and you're sitting there with two or three colleagues of yours, also consultants, and one project leader, sometimes called project manager, sometimes engagement manager, project lead, project head, whatever. So in some projects you have a morning check up, so you kind of go through the tasks you have completed yesterday and you talk about what's to be done today. So what are your tasks for today? That's something that might take up 5 to 15 minutes in the morning, and then usually it starts getting really complicated, right? Sometimes you have different meetings with representatives of the firm. For you, as a very junior guy, you're probably not going to sit together with the CEO, but you're going to sit with line managers, managers of small divisions of the company, and going to ask them about data that you got or haven't got. And that's the reason you're sitting with them, because you want to get the data, and you're going to um, present slides to them, tell them about your current conclusions on the project or your sub module of the project. So you're going to have a couple of meetings across the day. That's most of the time. Let's say you have one or two meetings per day, but it varies depending on your role, your seniority level, and then usually let's say in one typical day, I would after the morning checkup, I would start working on my Excel analysis. It might be that I have to analyze the growth opportunities, the growth options in one particular country for our company. That's why I'm looking at 5 different potential acquisition targets, and I'm doing a small valuation. So I'm valuing those companies. That's something I do for the whole first 3 or 4 hours of the day. Let's say first 4 or 5 hours. Then it's time to head to lunch, right? You have quick lunch with your team, usually around 30 minutes, and you get back. You kind of finish up the Excel analysis, and you draft or you kind of draft a first slide that basically says, okay, those 5 companies I've analyzed, the value of company number 4 is the highest, and that's probably due to the reasons 1, 2, 3, and the other 4 companies are also interesting due to the reasons 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's already 2 p.m. I have my meeting with the client right now. Then you go meet up with the manager of M&A of the company, for example. You take the slide with you, you take your laptop with you, and you show him the slide. He says, hey, that's interesting, but I don't really believe those numbers. Show me the Excel model. So you're a very good consultant. You have your Excel model opened already. you show it to him, and you guys go through the model, you analyze some of the figures, you realize you probably made a mistake, or you made some assumptions that were incorrect in the eyes of the manager, and you kind of discuss it and then come to the conclusion that you're going to implement changes 1, 2, 3. Okay, nice meeting. You get back to your team room, and you find your colleagues having a good time, laughing about some nice joke. Currently, you know, it's that time of the day, 3 or 4 p.m., where, you know, the concentration level gets into this kind of, you're in this afternoon slump. So you talk to your colleagues for 5 to 10 minutes, have a good time, and then you guys all realize, there's so much work to do. Let's get back to let's get back to work. So you have those suggestions from your client on what to change. You implement those changes in your model. You show the end result to your project leader. He says, looks pretty good. You can start scribbling up the slides. You take a bunch of slides in PowerPoint, and or even on paper, you start scribbling, you know, whatever you want to have on those slides. And then there's 2 options. For some firms, you send it to the graphics department, and those guys will create perfectly nice looking PowerPoint slides on the basis of what you either scribbled by hand or what you wrote on the slides. So you can also attach a small sticker or box on the slide and type in, you know, hey guys, I want to have a graph on the left side, and I want to have bullet points on the right side saying blah 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 blah. So that's one option. The second option is you have to create the slides yourself, because, you know, there's not enough budget on the project, or whatever, the graphics department currently is fully utilized. So you create the slides yourself, and then, or the majority of the slide, and then in the end you send it to the graphics department for them to do like the final corrections, like tweak the slide a little bit in order to make it look even better. Okay, it's 8 p.m. right now. You guys realize that you have lots of stuff to do before tomorrow 9 a.m. when there is a very important client meeting. So you don't go for dinner, you order some stuff. To be honest, that's not a good lifestyle, because usually that might be unhealthy. You know, you have a daily allowance of money you can spend on meals, but usually, you know, what do you order? Chinese, so some Asian stuff, Italian pizza, fast food. So, you know, it's not ideal. You're not going to get your chicken breast with rice and vegetables here, but that's life, and you eat it while finishing some slides on your laptop. And then, you know, you get a new task from a project lead. He realizes that, oh, there's still something to do, and it's impossible to get that done by now. You know, Kevin, can you please do this for me? And, you know, then let's say by midnight you are ready, and you get back into the cab. You know, you joke about how cool your life is, and get back to the hotel, and go to bed straight away. You know, probably take a shower and then go to bed. That's it.